So the if name equals main block in Python allows you to define code that will only run when the file is being executed directly as a script, but not when it's being imported as a module into another script. And I have a simple example to explain what I mean by this. So in this example, we have two files. We have a calculator.py file, and this just has some basic code to emulate different functions that a calculator might have. So in our example, this calculator can take two numbers and add them together and print out the result. And then here's our second file. The second file is our main function, or main.py, and it is going to want to use the add function that our calculator file defined. So because of this, there might be two different ways that we use calculator.py. We might want to run this file directly to test if our add function works, or we might want to import it into another program, like main.py, that needs to use the add function. I think one really good way to understand what this line of code does is to comment it out and look at what happens when we don't have it. So now, if we want to call the main function, you can see that the main function imports calculator and stores it in its module in a variable called calc, and then it uses the calc's add function, which we defined here, and it adds 3 and 4 and stores the result in some result, and then it prints the result. So if we run this function, something potentially unexpected happens, which is that we get 2 lines of output, even though our main function only has 1 print statement. And the reason this happens is because when we import calculator as a module, all the top-level code in the calculator.py file runs. So this is helpful in the case where we want to use the add function, but it's not helpful in the case right here where we are unintendedly printing some test code that we have for our calculator function. And when I say top-level code, I just mean anything that is in like the outermost indentation level. So let's bring this line of code back, put this in here. And so basically what I've done now is that I'm basically saying anything in this block of code will only run or only execute if we call the calculator.py file directly. If we are using the calculator.py file indirectly, such as when we're importing it as a module in a separate file, anything in here will not run. So let's demonstrate that behavior. Okay, we see this line. And then if I run main, we only see main's result, which is 3 and 4.